Hello everyone, this is Caesar on Toast and you're watching episode 2 of my vanilla Minecraft 113 adventure. You've just caught me in the middle of some fishing here, and I'm not sure I want to keep on fishing this old school way. I've seen some videos of designs of AFK fish farms that people have made in 113, and that's my cue to leave. Don't want to be outside when these guys are there, right? There we go. I wasn't even expecting that. There's one more left out here. So if you didn't see the first episode of this series, I was minding my own business out here when one of these, or several of these guys, swooped down to get me. I'd never actually encountered a phantom in Minecraft before, and they absolutely owned me. I didn't have my armor on. I didn't have any arrows for my bow. It was a disaster. I've killed a few in between episodes, and they've been dropping these phantom membranes, which I don't know what they're for exactly. So maybe they have a use in enchanting or something. That would be my guess. But to start off this episode, you can see I have moved on to an iron pick. I think my nose picker here, it was almost out of durability because I've been doing all this mining. So I got some diamonds. That's with the Fortune 3 there. Got plenty of iron going on, but I think at the start of this episode we have 30 levels as well. I want to go back to my old base where I have an enchanting station and just get a couple of picks, maybe get a silk touch and another fortune one, so power up the fortune one here. Hopefully we have enough levels to do that and do a couple of enchantments at the same time. So I'm going to leave most of the stuff here. I will go, and I have a shulker box over there as well. I'll just walk over to the nether portal while I'm talking. So I'm going to fill up a shulker box with a couple of things like enchanted books, maybe an anvil, and if I have the resources to make an ender chest, I'm going to bring one of those over as well, because I think I'm missing some of the conveniences. I know I said I would try my best not to use any of the stuff that I had in this world before, but I'm already using the tools, and I think it's a shame not to use that resource, so I'm going to head back there and we'll get some enchanting done. Whoa, I don't know if you heard that. I think some redstone stuff is quite messed up in this update, like delays on that. Oh yeah, this is Frostwalker ice that just got stuck there. So here we are back in the old cave base, and we got a nice rickety rope bridge over there, and we have lots of anvils here. So I decided on my way over, I don't want to really gut my old base of its resources, so I just kind of want to okay, this is a bad idea. So first we want to enchant one of these picks, and maybe we have some picks in here. No, just a shovel. Wonder what that's about. Okay, so let's go ahead and enchant one of these. We need some lapis. We got 3. Oh, we got some more here. As you can see, I got plenty of stuff. I am in no way short of valuables in this world. So it looked like we are going to get Unbreaking 3. Usually what I do if I see Unbreaking 3 is grab a book. Ooh, I might grab these to bring over and create some bookshelves to use over at the new base, because we don't have cows. Or maybe I'll just go harvest some cows and make my own. But anyway, let's use a book, and let's just get a level 1 enchant. Oh. Does this work if we raise that up? Does this mean we get to use it at 1 level? Yeah, okay. I knew this enchantment room was in some way functional. So we can do that, and then we can turn them back on. And here we go. Efficiency 4. Good enough. And Fortune 3, great. It's not Silk Touch, but Silk Touch is not strictly necessary. So let's go ahead and fix the nose picker as well. So actually what this means is we can keep using nose picker and just leave this one behind for now. And then also we want to put the lapis back into our ender chest. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to work out things that I need to grab from my storage room that's down these stairs here. Let's see if I can land on that. Yeah, okay, we take damage anyway. This base, some things are well thought out, others aren't. The chickens in the chest room are weird. So I'm just going to go through this room. I think all the good stuff is upstairs. So you need to just hit this at the right angle. There we go. So we got some good stuff here, like the mirror coat, force field. Those are protection 4. I think we can get protection 5. Ooh, aqua affinity respiration. Yeah, let's. Okay, we've got aqua affinity respiration. So let's just leave that one there as well. So as I say, I'm gonna leave stuff here that I don't absolutely need. Obsidian for an ender chest. We're 1 off, so let's just grab that, and I'll go find another bit of obsidian somewhere. Yeah, we've got some redstone stuff that could be handy, but at the same time I have some redstone over there already and iron, so again, not strictly necessary. Hoppers, yeah, I can make those with iron chests. I've got loads of wood. Yeah, so actually the more I think about it, the less things from here I need to bring over. So there's a bookshelf, let's just grab that. Yeah, all this is meat, stuff I've farmed. Potentially we need to grab some sugar canes. Oh no, because we have the books already. All we need to do is bring the books over, and then we can make an enchanting table. And yeah, we will need some obsidian for that as well. So sorry, just thinking out loud here. I'm going to do some gathering of things, and then I will join you back at the other base, and we'll build the new enchanting station. And we're back home. Well, home in our new home. And I completely forgot earlier when we were here, because we got accosted by those phantoms, and that we made a new friend out exploring in the jungle. So this is the first ever parrot that I've owned. Yeah, I haven't really played since, I think it was 1.11, I want to say. So I played a lot in this world in 1.8 when the new stone types came out. Then 1.9 was the combat update. Then there was Fire and Ice, I think. So there was like the polar bears and the magma blocks and stuff. And then after that, I like 1.11, 1.12. I could not tell you what came out in those. I played the modded versions, which is probably why I don't know. So I made a name tag, and we're gonna call this guy Butter, because the front of him looks kind of like butter. And what better to put on Caesar on toast than a little bit of butter? Sorry, unsubscribe if you want for that one. I would promise that it won't happen again, but I can't make that promise. So we want to go ahead and drop off some of the things that we brought over. So thankfully now we have a bed, so if we do get attacked by phantoms again, we won't have to walk all the way, all those hundreds of blocks in the nether. Actually, it's not that far, so we could have gone a bit further away. I have no idea how to get this guy off my shoulder either. Maybe if I jump in the water he'll get off. Oh, he just got off there. Yeah, so if he lands on the ground we're able to make him sit. So I brought him inside whenever a thunderstorm started, because the last thing I wanted to do with my new little friend, maybe it's easier to let him fly up here, was to have him die straight away before I even got to show him to you. So yeah, so there he is. Maybe we try and get him to sit on a fence post. Oh, go on, are you gonna do it? No, come back. Come back, Butter. Okay, he wants to go in the front door like a human. No, he's going for something. Right, come on in. Into safety. Nearly there. Okay, I'll deal with him later. So I ended up collecting quite a bit of obsidian. We've brought over some different kinds of saplings in case, because we're building with a lot of wood, it can get a bit monotonous, and if we want to add furniture in, because wood has lots of colors and slabs and stairs, that means it's great for making furniture. Brought some white wool out, because the same reason I brought the books is we don't have cows, we don't have sheep. I brought some cacti, nether wart and soul sand, some bones to kickstart some growing, and some slime blocks. So all kind of things that are a bit awkward to gather up if you don't have them already and you just need a stack or so to set you up. And so maybe we might run out of dark oak, but we'll see. I'm gonna set up farms for all wood types, and I think he's gone back on my shoulder, which is good. And so I need to hang around here and wait for night just to make sure that I set my spawn correctly, because I really don't want to waste time while I'm recording. I'm kind of pressed for time, but I want to get an episode out once every few days. So the more things I can do to speed up that process, the better. And hopefully you are all glad that it wasn't just a one episode series. I'm quite keen to play through all of the things that 1.13 has to offer, and so hopefully there's a lot of content that we'll be able to enjoy together from this new update. And so I'm going to go ahead and make a design for a building where I can put my enchanting table. So we're going to turn the books into bookshelves and make an enchanting table. So actually let's do that now. Just grab these parts, then the obsidian and a book. Yeah, there we go, and we've got an enchanting table, so that's nice. All I need to do is make a place to put it. So without further ado, I'm going to go off camera, do some design work, and I'll get back to you when I have a bit of progress on that. Phew, well, about an hour's passed since the last clip, and I think I've made quite a bit of progress on this. So I wasn't sure if I was going to build another hut like this, so I had an idea of making a witch hut or something to that effect, maybe like a witch doctor. It's up on stilts, a bit of a creaky roof kind of style. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool if, like I said last time, we started to work on putting stuff in the trees. So I've gone through several iterations of how we're going to get up into the tree and what the structure is going to be like up there. So I've settled on the kind of steepish stairs. I originally had slabs, but it's a bit slow to get up. And also you can't put the fences underneath them as easily. So I wanted to make it look a bit realistic, so there was like some supports and stuff, and I've added roots to the bottom of the tree so it doesn't just look like this massive freestanding thing. There's a bit of structure to it, and so I've used these new bark blocks that are in 1.13. If you don't know, that is like that, so pretty nice addition to the game. This is the first time I've used them, so I quite like that. So let's head on up. So we've got some just plain old torches lighting the place up here. Got a little bit of a platform when we came over the leaves, so one thing I wanted to do was keep most if not all of the original leaves, and then I kind of got some shears and fluffed it out in certain areas just to first of all hide the wood that we've got going on here, but also to make it look a bit more nice and secluded. So when you're up in a treehouse, you know, it's not that spacious, you always want to feel a bit cramped, and piling the leaves up really helps with that. I also wanted to make it a little bit dangerous, so when you come up here, like, there is a real risk of falling off and dying. So, you know, just take your time when you're going around the corners. And then we got fences when we come up to these a bit more structured places. So here we have the area where I'm going to set up the enchanting table. And so I wanted to make this look a bit like a rickety bridge going between trees, and so we don't want to put any fences here. Kind of got the leaves coming out to make it a bit more supported looking. So yeah, so we got this little bridge coming across, and then some oak slabs here, and that's just so we can match up with the bookcase. So I imagine what we will have going on here is a bit of a road through all of the trees, and maybe this is only a temporary place for the enchanting table, but I thought, you know, let's do it under the stars. We're up here in safety. That's where my mine is down there. Well, that's irrelevant to this, but just if you're wondering why there's light over there. So yeah, I think maybe we have a whole network, and so we built another bridge going across to that tree, and then further afield. So maybe actually we could do that now, just so I can show you the process that I've been going through to make these things. So first of all, let's clear a little bit of a path through the leaves, and then these leaves have given us a nice starting position to do this in. So we want to do it with the jungle slabs and come along like this, maybe have 3 or 4 slabs coming out like that, and then they will immediately drop off because of gravity. Yeah, that's looking good. So maybe we want to go across one more, so like this. And then we come across one straight like that, And then maybe it loops back around like this. Is that a bit too... Maybe it's a bit too curvy. Yeah. One of the tricks is not to think about it too much, and obviously, you know, you don't want to make it look too consistent. So if you look at it and it's like, we could probably actually, these don't need to be so narrow, especially given the fact that there is a large drop on either side. So maybe we just bring this over this way a bit more. Yeah, that's starting to look like something. I can get on board with this. And then we would have maybe, yeah, maybe this is good. I was just thinking the shape of it is kind of 2 3x3 areas and then one little bit at the edge there. So maybe it's good. And so I'm just going to go ahead and clear out some leaves. So what we had on the other side was a little bit of a clearing around where this log was. And so we use that as our center point and then kind of come out from there. So I was going to use the oak logs as a basis. I'm not so sure about that now. They're a bit clean looking. I like the damp look of the jungle logs for up here. So let's go ahead and use some jungle planks. I've done a lot of wood gathering out of necessity since everything over here is going to be made out of wood. So let's clear out some more leaves. This gives us some more resources to play with, and also we can build up the sides of it so we're not so exposed to the massive drops on every side of us. So let's go get some more planks. And I think what we're going to do here is put the enchanting table on this one over, so there's a bit of a path across between trees, and then there's some meaningfulness in why we have the bridge. It's not just a tiny bridge to this one, it's a proper thing that comes all the way over here. And so yeah, I want to fill that in with a leaf, because the main thing we want to do is when we look up underneath, we don't want to be able to see the planks, we just want to see the leaves, and that will make it look like more of a tree house, less of just like something that we've tacked onto the top of a tree. And so whenever I place bookshelves, I know you need 15, but I tend to do 4 in each corner like this. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we have our enchanting table. Then also we're going to want to put some, maybe an ender chest up here, an anvil, and some chests for other things. But for now, I just want to make sure we've got a crafting table. And, oh, we already had one. Whoops. So since there's nothing really we can do in this direction, and this is the river here, maybe we make this the last tree on this side that we go to, and then we can have other links maybe from a lower level over to these ones and into the rest of the jungle. This is just my idea now. It's very tentative, subject to change, we could say. So let's just whack a chest there and a chest there. And that looks good. So this is our little enchanting area, and we want to make sure that we kind of cover up all these nice colorful blocks with more leaves. And so just flesh out the leaf coverage in these areas. That'd be good, like that. Just come around here. Placing leaves is quite difficult to make it look like you did it haphazardly. You know, you can't make it look too structured since it is a natural block. So coming around here, we want to make sure all these are covered. Yeah, we've got a nice view out here. Maybe we come along with one here. We could knock this one out there. Yeah, this is coming together nicely. This side, let's make sure those are covered as well. Maybe we build it up a bit more here, and we've got a little viewing spot there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, so I think we have something good going on here. And then what I like to do afterwards, we need some torches up here. So for now, let's just place them up on top of these. So I think what we've got, the effect of all this is we've got a nice kind of sheltered, and maybe we come over the top of it with these. Not so sure about that. Sometimes it looks like Marge Simpson hair when the leaves are sticking up too much. So maybe that's good there. No. Okay, it was better before. Let's just get rid of these. Yeah, that's better. And then we can come out and make it a bit 3D. I find 3D shapes quite difficult to make them look good anyway. You know, you can make them, but Do they have like a nut? Oh dear. Well, I guess now is a good time as any to have a look at what we've made so far. So that's, you can't really see that. This bridge, a little bit flat on the bottom. Maybe we revisit that off camera. That was just an example to show the process that you go. That's a nice little bridge over there. Just make sure no one's creeping up on me. Yeah, so I think that's a good kind of flow we've got going on here. And there is a creeper appearing. Last thing we want over here is, thank goodness there's no fire spread from those arrows. Otherwise I definitely would not want to be using this bow over here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do some touch it up a bit. You know, there's some straight edges there still, but I'm gonna revisit this off camera. I've just given you an idea of the process that I've been going through to make all this. So I'm gonna do a little bit more work on that, and then I will join you to make that AFK fish farm I mentioned at the start of the episode. So I've come to my undisclosed secret underground lair, which is near the new base, so it is near the jungle. This is where I want to set up some farms. I'm hoping that this works out well because we are underwater and then under some glass. I know for the fish farms to have the most efficiency you need to be under direct line of the sky, and so I hope that water counts as a transparent object towards that actual thing. Maybe if you know that, let me know in the comments. But this is a really simple design. I'll link the tutorial in the description. Doc M posted it a few days ago, so it's quite a pretty compact design. And so we got our chests, our hopper, then put some water in the fence, so that's a pretty crucial part. Then put a gold pressure plate. I'm not sure if gold is necessary, maybe you could do any other pressure plate. He might have tried to be a bit flashy by using that one. And then you need a block that you can hit repeatedly, so we've got this note block. So yeah, there will be a bit of noise while using this, but you'll be AFK so you won't hear it. Also makes it a little bit more entertaining. And then the final thing that we need to place down, so we get a block in the way first, is our iron trapdoors. So let's just break that. And believe it or not, that is the AFK fish farm complete. I was gonna line the border with some mossy cobblestone and then kind of blend it into the surrounding floor, because you know, I wanna go ham with all the details around here. So this is going to blend into cobblestone, and that's going to blend into regular stone or maybe andesite. So it's not going to look so out of place on the floor. But this is because we are under the water, and we are using a fish farm. So obviously some moss would grow around those rocks there. And I already tested out, can we actually fish under the water? And I got a name tag first off. So I already used a name tag in this episode. So now we have a good a replacement for that, so we can have another pet soon if I find another parrot. So here we go. I think what we need to do is stand back. The bobber is supposed to stay. Yeah, isn't it? So you're supposed to find a spot. Here we go. So this hopefully is the way we're going to do it. So I'm not sure how I got that. Oh yeah, there we go. So every so often fish will go on the hook, and then you'll pull, and then the line will recast, and you'll get loads of fish, and they'll fall in the hopper when your inventory is full. You probably want to expand the storage underneath, but I already have quite a lot of fish, so and I have the best bow and the best fishing rod. Not the one I'm using, the best one is in my ender chest, but I just got this out to show that this could be done. So yeah, I'm going to stop doing that now, because that's probably a really annoying sound for you. Oh yeah, we did get one rock cod there in that session, so if I were to leave this on overnight, say, when I came back in the morning, I would have a whole chest full, and I'm not sure you get experience from fishing. Maybe I get some levels from it as well, which would be really nice. So I'm about to spoil the illusion. This place is actually just a little hole I dug in this bay area that we've got outside of the house. Oh yeah, just one more thing before I go today. I climbed up this tree over here just to get a side-on view of this, and it actually makes it look a lot better. I did a bit of tweaking to that rickety bridge over there, and I had some thoughts as to how we will do the lighting, and that's mainly going to involve glowstone, I think. So for the time being, to stop stuff spawning up there, I've got torches. Yeah, I think this gives a nice overview of some of the treehouse building that we've done this episode, and you can see the bookshelves up there are nice and hidden. We've got our little staircase up wrapping around the tree. I think that looks really good. And then in future, maybe we could have a staircase that goes down here and then across, and then we can have all kinds of things up on top of the tree. We can have more things under the water and more houses around. So we're gonna use all the verticality here, even though, you know, the ground's not hilly in any way, so we're using the big trees to their full advantage, and the water as well. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you have any suggestions for me down in the comments, especially about the efficiency of that farm down there, if it's underneath another body of water. That'd be much appreciated. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.